is an unexpected surprise. What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin. Is the ideal level of events, Phoenix, right? Events with the events that took me your Tony's bed 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little turn, right? You look well, Phoenix, right? You too, Gavin. Surprises for both of us. No doubt you never expected to lose the tennis bets of yours. No, but you never expected to wind up here. Charlie Smith was the name of the man you killed. Do you know who he really was? Who was he? Zach Gamarai. You know, the defendant. I remember him, of course. Did you say Smith was Zach? It's impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? You are arrested and found guilty. Your motive was never made clear. Mistake I plan to remedy. You didn't tell me anyone in Phoenix, right? Possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I could the man named Smith a bottom because I'm an evil human being. Isn't that enough? For me it isn't. I don't know why you did it, Gavin. You recall that case 7 years ago? Yes. The trial was Zach Gilroy pulled his famous fantasy act. My brother won his famous praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Senior prosecutor Louvia's crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? What was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous. Save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position after all. For 7 years we've been friends. Yet I still don't understand you. That's right, your friendship judgment was never pure. You suspected me then as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now I'm not so what I think. You didn't just blame a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. That night of our game. Did you get why I mentioned your name, Gavin? That reminded me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. You did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. After all, he was scared and I asked you to help me. Because I remember your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dad, someone hit him hard. Me? Please. Cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should I come to that? for now. I think we can kill Shiny Smith. No, the Gamma. Whoa! I've never seen Seclocks like these. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know? He's doing his nails. You're thinking what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not Billy. I know pinches are a big thing with you. You know what I said? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. Mostly small things, except nothingness. It only does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. You're so drawn to it. Please have one. It's on me. Bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail here in jail? I do, but they'll read it first apparently. Still, I'm allowed to preserve correspondence, packages, and the like. A different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. And decided on sooner or Droomish, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I want to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit it made quite an impression on me. I used to find myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. This is my daughter. Viewer, say hello. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Judging from this place, you're a painter? No, sadly a profitable one. Sadly a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by would only me. Your daughter? grew weary of me and left. I don't want to grow up needy, Mr. White. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. That bring me are stolen. Who knows what my copies are used for? But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this. That was my first work outside of painting. What? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial? Never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Your walk. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then, let's talk. Well then, wait to tell me about this walk you did? It wasn't like anything I had attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. That's not what I mean. In all my previous work, it's sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy. Give me two things that day. The first was a simple sample page as reference. The second, a printed document I can only summarize was written by my client. So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote? Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? It was me. I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally. A Cyclock, of course. Seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this walk. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there were no Cyclocks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I made my stand, no backing down now. So, what's Mr. Misham hiding? I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you said. what is it then? You told me what you knew about the client. I couldn't see any psych locks. Psych locks? Is that some sort of asylum security? Or a new hairstyle, perhaps? Then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them, not personally. Not personally. Those would trigger the psych locks. Again with the psycho locks. Now I must really know what they are. So you didn't meet the client. Someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence. Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business. But I'm afraid you've lost me. Yeah? Well, I didn't come here to talk about psych locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. Your conclusion is... The forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham. Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Here in my studio, who else could it have been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's studio is... Take that! The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it? Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. White. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The psych locks tell me you're not the forger. This makes your daughter the only possibility. I feel very much on the verge of going psycho lock myself. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter Vera, not I. She's only 12. A genius, you might call her. But still go outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. Let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. Drafting children and analytic devices like Bob when they became necessary. Then my little girl's playthings now. Do I take a bit of fatherly pride? So Vera was the one who made this page. Did she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once here to this studio. What? Why didn't you say so sooner? But their face was covered and they did not want to talk to me. So they talked to your daughter. I will speak only with the artist, the client told me. And that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Close the lock. That's an awful small flame. What's inside of it? A stamp? Please don't tell me that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp marks the Veros. He always puts it somewhere so you can see it. Zack and Valent, the Gamma Rays, isn't it? Post office issue that couldn't understand last year. The Gamma Rays were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Leo went off to see one of their shows when she was quite small. Really dedicated fan ever since. Watching them every time they came on TV until the end. I see. It seems quite hard to come by. So now she got her hands on it. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I have to talk to my father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Listen, listen, I have a request. Let me guess, I'd like to speak with my daughter. Can I? I've never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite strong. Extremely so, actually. With only one exception, which was that client. Left the studio while they talked. I told them they had finished, and she was laughing. Of course, I'm not seeing anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. All right. This could be tough. And then there's this. Hey, she spoke. You can talk. Yeah, to the stamp. How can I keep her talking? Isn't Trip Giveaway amazing? Yes? Oh. I expected like those two, Zack and Valent. I mean, they're just so magical. Aren't they? Yeah. When I go to one of those shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know? Me too. Me too. I love them. They're so cool. Like magic, yeah. Alright, he's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. Looking someone at the Gamma Museum of Magic. Gamma Museum? They have one of those? Doesn't make sense now if they have their own commemorative stamp. So, they've been to one of their shows. This once when I was little with Father. Gamma Rays on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting it back together, they do it all. Yeah, maybe you can tell me stuff like this? You know, about Zack and Valent, maybe? Oh, so. Alright, better get after before she changes her mind. Like the outside. There's bad people out there. Well, that's true, but there are lots of good people too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once. Kidnapped? Since then, she's been... Well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Gamma Museum. With you, in fact. Yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it. Much to my surprise.
was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? When I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was. Father, I told you to keep that a secret. From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things. I really like painting. A lot. Father is always very happy when I paint him exactly the same. So you did this too? Oh, yes, that was my first job. The first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. It seems happy. Her work was the last nail in the gamma ray coffin. I guess no one told her. They're the best in the world. Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Gamma Ray, of course. They gave it to me. Father. But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it. Oh, I guess I just took it. Yeah, took it. Father got a letter from that person. That person? You mean that letter was from the client? Oh, we talked about the gamma rays forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. A sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. So, you met the person that asked you to do this job? And you talked with them. Is this about a good luck charm you received? I can't talk about it. Huh? If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Right, time to do some psych unlocking. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp? No, that's not why. They listened to me. My problem. Problem? Inside all the time? Go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But I don't really have to go out. All I had to do was use a good luck charm. Good luck charm? That the client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? Take that! This was what they gave you, wasn't it? Huh. The same bottles over there on your desk. A good luck charm, right? I heard once cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Of course it does. Ask your friend from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job? Was this the client? This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. I promised. I promised not to tell. Sorry, I can't talk about the client. I promised. And if I promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore. I got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then? I think they might be the devil. Huh? Maybe an angel? What do you mean? I saw it. I think I saw it when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile. So where'd you see this devil then? It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew that person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil's seesaw was. It's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I'm sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gamurai. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad. I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. I hope to see you smile then too, viewer. Oh, okay. Take care. Back on my first encounter with the young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it was already too late. What strange sight doth my eyes behold? Excuse me. Two men on the other side of a single transparent pane. Seems fickle, fate has strict sides, so to speak. The forger fakes, walks freely. Innocent language with these fixed glass confines. There's no proof that I forged anything. No proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A piano and a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? Shooting a magnified gamma ray for one. Who pulled that trigger? Violet or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get my enemy close, search the truth. This is the place to start. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear. He never even touched it. The glorious spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet the very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revelation. Revealing what? That camera I can magnify. It's as good as a signed confession. been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my kids. The time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. And ends up and back into the magic right away. As long as an audience awake with bated breath, they will be valiant and also. Yes. And if my partner has disappeared, Magnify's repertoire is mine. Large Gamerai has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seeing this light, the trial was quite good to me for it to know. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valance. After all, you received one of those letters too. You are just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zach Gamerai followed them. Let us not speak anymore of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. How could he cause you and your partner to kill him? A trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. You know what? The magician never reveals his secrets. I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. I'm found by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. That's what I'm going to find. Ask someone to take a life even when not long for this reward. It's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, I meant to respond to dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to cause someone into committing murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death. Could you explain? Your troop lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let's make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Take that! Why, that's one of ours. Specifically designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot. What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. White, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Zack and Valent's crook draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? Was the shoot 'em canceled because someone might get hurt? Of course. What other reason could there be? Well, it could have been canceled because someone had already been hurt. Fascinating. My first and forging friend? Tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Or tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? The performance of magic is not concerned with what is. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot? Looks like we've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. Life was sacrificed, that show might go on. And this shows who it was. Take that! But that's Zack Gamorai's wife. And Trucy's mother. Thalissa, I believe was her name. How can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Don't deny murder. Alyssa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in.
Take that!
Super Grandma's performances were very, very popular. So popular they even made a come out of stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze, we were an age. A golden age. It's all here on the stamp. There's Thalissa, yes? Susie's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know. A part of his memory is still locked up. One thing you're failing to address. What's that? Mr. Sad trooped with a ward on to itself. The leader of that fight was so inclined he could hide anything he must refuse. But, Mr. Ward, then he would have heard him cry. An accomplice. They're a great foundation for blackmail. That's got a point. One of the troop members died in an accident and Magpie covered it up. His innocence would come into question. Found the right address, Mr. White. I'm so close. There has to be something. But how Thalissa Zeph could affect Zack and Valen's relationship with Magnify? I see in your eyes. You should have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? How could write Thalissa's X inside your hands so completely? Take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's Rod tied both your hands. And this information proves right now I have so much power over you.
Take that!
It wasn't a question of who shot Thalissa. Thalissa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zack Gammoy's wife. Jushi's mother. And Magnify Gammoy's only daughter. There was a terrible accident. The two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnify's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident! At all. But Thalissa went missing. Your mentor blackmailed both his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Trope Gamma Master Magnify Gamma his only daughter, his two disciples. It does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? I'll be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that is all it was. An accident. Zack and Valence told the day for us. The guns blaze, the bullets fly straight towards that beautiful body on stage. And then clash, zing, pow, into everything but her. That, it was magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And tragedy. That is for whose bullet stole Thalissa's life. We shall never know the answer. Thalissa disappeared from our lives. Zack was bereft of his wife. Juicy lost her mother. And Magnify his daughter. And that led to blackmail, I take it. It's all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtains fall. Why did Magnify Gamma try to cover up the accident?
was his own daughter who died. I could say it was a critical time for Truth Gamurai. Passing up the torch from magnified to Zack and Valent. A sacrifice, and it might be a success. His death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, her life was extinguished. Her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, we could no longer oppose Magnify's wishes. Magnify forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. Do you not find cowardice in his actions? Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing. Than to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads. Things were dark behind the scenes of Trope Gamurai, that's for sure. Is Trucy now? She was not told, naturally. Who needed to know that their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that incident for a very long time. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. By Magnified Slayer, I should think. True. After that accident, there was one who came sniffling quite persistently. The reporter, he called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him looking about the dressing room during his research. Would you happen to remember his name? What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him not. I see. His name, I do not recall, but his scent. The cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thanks for your help. It's no good to interfere with the past, Mr. White. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I began to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Gamurai, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned, the newsman, I never learned who that was at the time. Though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile and the sickly sweet smell of mint. The last floss thin thread connecting Zack Gamurai to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down.